Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And y'all know I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. It's all about breaking trances and stepping into your power. We're breaking negative trances and putting ourselves into empowered trances. How are you doing, goddesses? How are you doing, sisters? Your sister friend is here. Let's turn it up. Yes. So y'all's brother, my husband, still got me cooking. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not a celebrity chef, all right? I'm just a woman who agreed to be the family chef. This is too much. Yeah, I got to turn the music back up. He has had me working. The joys of being married 28 years. What can I say? Oh my gosh, look at how many of y'all are here. I'm so excited. Buenos dias. How are you? Buenos dias to the G Hive. How are you, Queen Paulette, La Reina? Good morning, Natasha. How are you? Wealth Rising, Keita May. Grand Rising to the Queen Felicia, who's pumping out these videos, baby. Yes, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. We got the Queen Oshun Kime. Look, you got me trained. I'm saying Oshun Kime first, right? The G Hive is in the house. Turn it up. G Hive is in effect, baby. Is in effect. All right, let me stop the music. Okay, so happy to see everybody here. Okay, I'm seeing some others. Hello, Great Rising Bliss. How are you? Hey, JJ Walker. Good morning, Queen. How are you? Yes, Paulette. It's a party. It's a trance breaking party, baby. We be breaking the negative trances, stepping into the positive trances. I know y'all like, what you talking about? I'm about to tell y'all. All right. Hey, Debbie, hug my baby for me. Love to you. Good to see you. Yes, G Hive in the house. What is the G Hive? We are goddesses, baby. All right. The goddess hive, baby. G Hive. Yes. Hello, how are you, Jasmine? Glad you are here. So good to be reconnected to you. Wow. Hey, Queen. Grand Rising, how are you, Priestess? Good to see you. Yes, let's get the candles out. I'm glad Felicia said that. If you have a candle, let's go on ahead and get a candle lit. If you don't have a candle, we will light a candle on your behalf. Yes. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. I send you a whole bunch of love and hugs. I can't even, I can't even imagine. I'm gonna be honest with you. Friends are like family, right? So yeah, condolences. Let me get my candle. I love y'all so much. I feel comfortable just getting up, walking away from a live stream. So yeah, much love out to you, Keita May. Much love out to you. Okay, so today what I want to do is I haven't actually made the video for the week, so I want to look a little bit at the astrology, and then maybe we will look at um, yeah, we'll see what we're gonna get through today because I do want to start talking. I'm so pumped and excited about a revelation that I've had. I shared it with the ladies who came into the new moon retreat that we had on Monday. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I have gone through training and continue to be in training to be a circle facilitator. So the new moon retreats is essentially a circle, but I call them a retreat because I think it helps y'all to realize we're coming in to take this time, which is what a circle is, a women's circle, to take this time to get away from the outside world, do some introspective work, do so in community to feel the support. Yes, we need our individual practices, and we are born to be a part of a collective. And so the circle helps us to feel that support and offer support to other sisters. And I feel my circles are getting better and better. I've been a little bit stressed, so my throat is a little bit dry. Hey, let me just, before I go on, what are you drinking? What did you bring? This is my little vitamin drink that I love to drink. I'm drinking out of my mug that says, "Be the one who is brave enough to go after her dreams." I have to constantly remind myself of that as I continue to work to, have this spiritual business that I have online. Although one day we'll meet in person. But anywho, these circles are getting better and better. And so because we are, hey, wait a minute. We in Cancer Capricorn officially yet? Let me see where the sun is. Because we got to find out, where's the sun? Is the sun in Capricorn yet? Or is it still, at that last degree of Sag? But make no mistake about it. Today is the solstice. So greetings, solstice greetings to you all. The sun moves into Capricorn officially at 4:48 p.m. Eastern time. So we're still in Sag, but I am going to just extend happy Capricorn season to all the Capricorns. Yes, this is your time, and Capricorn is about new beginnings. I call it the new moon. We're going to have the new moon this week. And so it's time for new beginnings. This moon, this season is about success. It's about material success. It's about being successful at who you want to be known, how you want to be known for. You may, like, for me, I've been known as a dancer, but that's not what I want people to know me for only. I don't mind being, touted as somebody who can dance, but I began to get to a point where I'm like, no, I have a voice and I have something to say. And had started all before the pandemic. I started telling people, stop asking me to come to your event to dance. That's not my number one way of expressing myself. I am a leader. I have a voice. This is what I want to do. I want to use my voice. I want to write. This is what I want to be known for. So the success, or Capricorn, isn't just about success as in, you make all this money. Though ask a Capricorn and they will tell you, yes, it is about making all this money and being successful in the marketplace. Capricorns will tell you, yes, it is. Okay. But it's also about, I am successful in getting people to understand this is who I am. This is what you know me for. And it is what you want. So that's why this new moon is so important. But I knew I wanted to do something on magnetizing prosperity, because this moon can help us to be prosperous. Because how do we make money? We make money based on the work that we do, based on our career, based on what we're known for. And leading up to the moon, I had a major breakthrough, because as a spiritual, someone who does spiritual work with people, it's like, I know I can get people results. When you hear people who work with me, for the most part, people will say, wow, that was a really good experience that I had with her, and my life is better. I've changed. I'm a new person. I have more success in my life because I am about success. I'm happier. They feel like they're on track. But sometimes it's difficult to really explain the work that we do because it's not tangible, even though people get tangible results. And so I feel like, at least at this level, I now realize that the majority of what we're dealing with is we have taken in something into our we are beings who create experience through trance. It's not common knowledge. Everybody don't know this. Most people probably don't even believe it. Hypnotherapy has gotten such a bad rap or whatever with the way Hollywood has portrayed it. But when we look at just even, some of the ancient teachings, it's literally about what have we taken on inside of us. You got to get it out, and then you got to put in there what you want, right? So you're going to be hearing me talking more about breaking the trance, and we're breaking the negative trance because we can't get away. Most of us are living in trance. We can't get away from it. But we can decide what we're going to bring into trance. And we already know we have the majority of the tools that we need in order to do this. We just need to understand that what we're doing is breaking trances, okay? With all the stuff that we already know what to do. And so, yeah, I'll be talking about all of that today. Let's see here. I got to get back to the last one. I think that was it. Yes. Thank you, everybody, for holding Keita May. See, that's the other thing that I love about what we're doing. There's no words or no real, we cannot begin to really quantify the beauty of community. And it's just going to become more and more uh, evident that we need our communities as technology continues to take over. We're going to need hugs. We're going to be online a lot. We're going to have a lot of, like, all of us, most of us have not met, but eventually we'll meet in person, and we're going to be like hugging. And community is everything. It's how we're going to survive the age of Aquarius. I see. Okay, hibiscus tea. I see you, Queen. Paulette is all into healthy eating and using herbs and stuff like that. So, okay, hibiscus tea. Hi, still learning. Glad you made it. Coffee. Nice. Beautiful. Debbie is cracking me up. I'm pretending like I'm drinking liquor, but it's just coffee and water. Honestly, Eileen is one of our newest circle facilitators. Let's give it up for Eileen. I wish I need to upload my little applause sound, but so proud of Eileen. She's the one that told me about the company. I jumped in first, but she finished her certification last Thursday. She led her first circle. I'm proud of you, Eileen. And so, yeah, it feels like group therapy. And several of the ladies said this week that they were so happy they came. They didn't even realize that they needed circle. But when they showed up, they were able to get themselves like refocused and recentered. And because they were kind of spiraling or felt a little bit stuck and caught up in something. So, yeah. Herbal tea, wet, wet. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Mm. Okay, holding you, Felicia. In honor and memory of my dad who transitioned this day in 2005. Wow, that's a lot of time that has passed by, but we honor your dad, we honor his memory, and we hold space with and for you, sister, on this day. Yeah. Yay. Okay. 2011. Okay. Yes, I really appreciate how we show that women will support one another. The things that, this notion of we're backbiting and all that, it is true. And this is true also. So, yeah, thank you. Okay, so You know what? I think I'm gonna go on ahead and start out with, um I have the same question. I think I'm gonna start off with just a little bit of mindfulness just to kind of get us all on the same sheet of music. And, hey, Larissa, welcome, queen. How are you? Glad you are here. Lemongrass for bliss. Don't forget, get your, yes, congratulations, Eileen. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so proud of her. I Ocean Kimmy, Eileen is such an example, and all of us have this story of someone who just one day decided, I ain't living like this no more. I'm gonna make a change. Think she was singing that Michael Jackson song. Gonna make a change for once in my life. And she she done turned up. She done turned up. Okay. All right. I'm gonna stop with let's just two more. So all righty. So let's just go on ahead and do just a little bit of mindfulness. So what I love about mindfulness is it is the easiest way to get a getaway. It is such a simple way to feel like you've gotten away to a beach, into the woods, the top of a mountain, away in a cabin. You're able to just get away. And there's no agenda though. That's the beautiful thing of um, mindfulness. There's no real outcome. You just get to be with whatever is present. And what I'm asking you all to always remember about mindfulness is like the best time to offer yourself compassion, to say things to yourself like it's okay if you feel that way. I know you're having, a challenging time. I know you may be thinking this and, it feels difficult. Understandable. Understandable. Self-compassion is something that we're not cultivated to give ourselves compassion. We're often taught it's very important it's better to give than to receive, right? It is very good to give. I am a giver. Most of y'all are givers. I would say all of you are givers. And it's okay to receive. It's like we don't even have anything to give if we don't receive. And the first person we need to give to is ourselves. So mindfulness is a way to do something kind for yourself. For all the people who have problems spending money, doesn't cost any money. To just take a moment out, just to offer yourself some compassion. Take some time out to offer yourself just space and a time to connect with yourself and to connect with your body, to give your mind a break from racing and to accept that the mind wanders and all we have to do is just bring it back now into this now moment into our bodies. Okay. So let's just take a moment to be mindful if you can, because I know some of you are working. um, Close your eyes or lower your gaze to limit visual distractions. And what we're going to do, I love this one, it's just so easy to do, is we're going to do mindful breathing. Yeah, we're going to do some mindful breathing. Um, and just going ahead and take in a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, long, slow, deep breath through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Long, slow, deep breath out through your mouth. And now I want you to begin to set the intention that you are going to tune into this now moment, tapping into your body, becoming more present to what's going on in your body through your breath. One more big breath in and long, slow, deep breath out, feeling the weight of your body on the ground, on your chair, wherever you're sitting. Just feeling yourself connected to the earth. Is it through your feet? Is it through your bottom? How are you feeling this connection to Mother Earth? Noticing the sounds around you as they move through your ears. And just remember, if your mind wanders, you can just bring it back to your breath. Inhale, exhale. Noticing any smells. Bringing awareness to the sensations of breath through your nose or your mouth. Remembering non-judgmental, to be non-judgmental with yourself. You can't mess this up. You can only do it right. And as you breathe, see if you can relax your belly and your chest, just loosening any tension, softening any tightness, allowing yourself to breathe full, deep breaths, and just inviting a sense of ease into your belly and your chest as you let go of any tension. Dropping your shoulders, softening your hands and the muscles of your face. Just feeling a sense of ease as you breathe. Noticing the physical sensations around your body. Tuning in, sister. Paying attention to yourself for once. Offering yourself kindness. And just being curious. So we're going to take 3 mindful breaths. Begin by taking a slow, gentle inhale, resting your attention on how that air feels passing through your nostrils. And just filling your chest and abdomen. Notice the inhale ends and then shifts back into a gentle exhale. And even noticing, how does the air feel as it passes back out? Just rest for a moment. And again, long, slow inhale. How does the air feel coming in as you breathe? Long, slow exhale. Noticing the air and how it feels as it passes out. One more time, notice the air move in and out. That's right, wonderful. And this is very simple, but this is where life gets interesting and rich. It's in simple things, it's in simplicity. So just taking time to notice, what did that feel like? Maybe you notice the temperature of the air moving in and out, the length of each exhale and inhale. Did you have a sense of ease, or was there a sense of trying to do it right? Just what was that experience like for you, noticing and focusing on your breath? Knowing that maybe you felt you weren't doing it right, and that's okay. Maybe you thought, this is just too simple. It may be even a little boring. Totally okay. Maybe you feel more relaxed and were able to notice some things that you hadn't noticed because you needed this time to stop and tune in. And that's okay. It's all good. And just remember that as you go out into your life, into your day, you can always stop and take 3 mindful breaths to help you tune in into the moment, to help you to become present, if for nothing else, just to yourself. And also to help you become more centered. So, if you would, let's take another full deep breath in and a long, slow, deep breath out. Woo. As y'all know, I love mindfulness. And I would love to hear from you all. How was that practice for you? How was that practice for you? Thank y'all so much for your support of your sisters. Mm, love this. So we've been supporting Debbie, even if you didn't know. I invite you to join and continue to support Debbie and her baby boy. I'm so happy to see this. It just makes me feel so much better. Whew, good. Got a gig in New York will allow you to restart. Please keep me uplifted as we continue to heal. My baby misses his dad. Yes. I'm just going to pray for healing for this whole situation. And hopefully, you and your, I'm slow to call him husband, but he still is, like your partner, you and your baby's father, because I know y'all are married, but I know that y'all are going through some stuff. Anywho, will be able to heal and be great co-parents together. I want there to be complete healing. My heart goes out to little fatty. So my heart goes out to you, but you doing what you got to do, Queen, because you would have made different choices. I know you would have, but yeah. Okay. Mm, yes. So happy to hear that, Queen. Glad to hear that. Okay. Good. Mm, yes, we continue to support your bliss. I think this would be a really good time for you once the sun moves into Capricorn. I can't remember your rising sign, but I know you're a Virgo. And Earth supports Earth. So we have planets in Taurus. We have Uranus in Taurus right now. We have the node of the moon in Taurus. We have Venus, Mercury, and the sun will be there later today in Capricorn. So I'm hoping that will help support you and move y'all in a whole new direction. Um, and yeah, you just brought me back to why I'm going to be talking more about how to help people. Yeah, I know what you meant. Um, what is it that we need to do to radically shift our lives? I do want to say, I want to go on ahead and light a candle and ask you all, what are you going to bring in? What are you bringing into circle today? We've kind of chimed in. Um, I am Tyra, and I am bringing in wisdom. I'm bringing the wisdom of what I'm going to say is, whoo, okay, y'all. Did y'all see that big flame from my match? That says something to me. All right, Ogun, come on in here. Turn up, turn up. Yeah, I'm going to say the wisdom of Yemanjah. You're beautiful. It's no problem. Thank you. I wanted to wait until after meditation to say this, but much love to everyone struggling as well as finding their successes. It's all coming right now. Asheo. Asheo. Thank you. Okay, good. I agree. To me, mindfulness feels like a hug. Release coming from the middle of my back. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm with you, Jasmine. I love guided meditation. I really do. Good. Happy to hear that, Falami. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're a triple Virgo. So, no question, Bliss. Virgos are created for a little, even though Virgos can find themselves in traumatic situations. It's just how it is. Um, you you will find you can find that solution, and I want you to start continuing to just tell yourself, like, it's this thing is worked out already. We just gonna walk it out. I don't have to know how it's worked out. I just know it is worked out. Ooh, a power root mudra. Wow. Glad you feel grounded. I am Ocean Kimmy, and I'm bringing in release. Okay, so what I love about what she says, it just reminded me of something I want to show y'all. I'm so serious. Y'all know I live according to the moon. I really do. I may not all the time, every day know what's going on, but at some level, I'm operating according to the moon. And so one of the things I love talking about, and I encourage y'all to join my membership because I put in there what's going on with the moon to help the ladies to understand what we need to be doing with the moon. You can just go to the main page of my channel, my YouTube channel, $9.99 per month. You get the Through the Signs video. You get some extra stuff like that. The extra thing I'm going to do this month is put in the Mercury retrograde little mini masterclass that I love to create about what is Mercury retrograde going to mean for everybody. And I'll touch on that a little bit too next week for the general community. But these keeping up with, like, are we in waning? Are we in waxing? Like, where are we? It is a gold mine. Okay. So today we're in what is called the waning crescent moon. And so waning crescent is like the last little bit of releasing and letting go before we are birthed anew. Okay. So today is a day that would be good for doing banishing work. Eileen mentioned here release, right? What is it that you need to release before you go into the new moon? Today is that day. It's a banishing moon. So, yeah. let's get ready for that. Let's make sure we honor that. I am Ellen, and I am okay. Okay, I didn't even notice Ellen had said that. Okay. We have the sisters who realize where we are, apparently. I am Jasmine, and I am bringing in communication. I love that. No, no, no. You can bring in whatever you want, Bliss. It is not about bringing in all light, love, and pixie dust. You just bring in whatever is your truth. So thank you so much for sharing that. I am Jamila, and I bring in acceptance and surrender. I also say that is a reflection of this waning crescent moon. Acceptance, surrender, where it's just kind of like, I'm just being with. I'm just being with. That's it, right? Yes, good. Good, good, good. I am Natasha, and I am bringing in self acceptance. I see a theme. I see a theme. I am Larissa, and I'm bringing hibernation and discovering radical self love. Ooh, yes, love that. I am Felicia, and I am bringing peace. I would even say this waning crescent moon is somewhat related to peace, radical self love. Also, it's just this energy of kind of like, I don't know if you have ever seen someone die. It is truly the phase of death where it's like a complete surrender in all ways, in acceptance, it's no fighting, boom, gone, right? I saw my mother pass, and she was holding on. She needed us to say to her, "We're gonna be okay." She was forcing herself to breathe until she just couldn't. People who have worked with the dying know that there's this style of breath called death rattle, and I had heard about it, but I'd never heard it in real life until I heard my mother. She had this death rattle, just breathing, 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 and fighting, fighting, fighting. She was in that waning crescent mode. And I finally said to her, "We are good. This is where everybody is." She just let go. That's where we are right now, y'all. We're just going to let go. Sagittarius is actually the end of the fall. We get birth anew into the darkness of Capricorn. I don't care if you live in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. Capricorn is about darkness because it's the season of the elder. Okay. In astrology, we say everyone is birthed through, doesn't matter what your sign is. You come through Cancer and you leave out through Capricorn. Okay. So no matter where you live in the world, Capricorn is related to some type of death. It has to do with the, cycles, and it is the representation of a new season, right? So for us, it is definitely today in this moment, this time for us to release, to let it go, self-acceptance, whatever we have been resisting and taking care of ourselves, stop it. We're gonna right away get going and doing what is best for us, trusting life, trusting the infinite wisdom of the universe. Okay, here we go. I am Paulette, and I'm bringing liberation. So y'all are connected. Okay. I am Keita May, and I'm bringing in all that I need to be released from, that I am aware of and not aware of. I say those kind of prayers too. I am Tosh, and I am bringing transformation and self-love. Y'all are connected. Love it. Love, love, love it. Whew, okay. I am Devi. I bring in manifestation energy for everyone struggling. Make everything you need come quickly. Asheo. Mhm. That sea goat does their studies in the deep, deep. You're right about that. The sea goat is one of the symbols for, Capricorn. It's a mythological creature, and so yeah. And, it's so ancient. That's why it's deep. Like, when we think about ancient things, mm, sometimes I look at the old trees, the big ones, the real tall ones, and I'm like, "Oh, what do you know?" I'm like, "These trees have seen so much, but look at them. They trust in life, aren't they, JJ?" Jamila. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you for greeting everybody. Um, so yeah, that's something that I wanted to put out there. So we've done our mindfulness. I do want to just let y'all know that also a lot of y'all may have this, but if you don't, I love this Goddess Mini Toolkit. My goal is to get as many tools into your hands as I can. Um, so if you don't have the Goddess Mini Toolkit, be sure to get it because it can assist you. It reflects my work. Like I love to teach about spirituality, so it has a class in there that is about the 4 keys to self mastery. It also has in there. I love mindfulness. I love hypnosis. NLP. So it reflects the work I love to do in terms of like shifting the inner landscape. And it also has in there how to craft a goddess centered lifestyle because I'm all about, we're not doing no one, how do we used to say it? Something, we're not trying to just do this. I don't talk like this, so that's why I'm having a problem bringing it up. Hold up. What am I trying to say, Mod? Um, Like one night stand. We're not doing one night stand spiritual work. We're in this thing for the long haul, right? So I just want to encourage everybody to make sure that you're constantly making sure you have a lifestyle of, spirituality. One teacher I'm learning from, and I am going to be bringing this to our community, where we have a devotional practice that is connected to prosperity. Okay. Prosperity devotional practices, um, yeah, those kinds of things. So I have something in there that's all about the lifestyle also. So let me just kind of start talking to you all a little bit about um, the importance of understanding that we have a subconscious mind, and this is the place that you want to most work with to effect the changes in your life that you want. The majority of you who are here with me, you about crafting your lifestyle. You're about creating results in your life that you want. You're also here because you desire to operate at a higher level of your potential. You know that there's like greatness in you because you've seen it manifest in the world. You also know there's so much more that you want to unlock and unleash into the world. You understand that you are your own best resource. I love to think about sweet potatoes or potatoes in general, but I love looking at sweet potatoes. And this is probably not the best thing for me to say, but you know how sometimes you keep a sweet potato a little bit too long or potato, and you'll just see a new potato starts or it starts sprouting and a whole new plant is being birthed right straight from that potato. You don't have to bury the potato for this to happen. This thing just starts growing a whole new plant that will eventually lead to creating a whole new potato. All the potential within that potato to create a new potato is right there. And the right conditions will just make it unlock and just start. It has all these inner resources to birth itself, to create new parts of itself, right? That's us. That is us, sisters. We have so many resources within inside of ourselves. And my goal is to help you to be able to understand what those resources are. And one of the things that I want y'all to understand is that change is easier than we think. We mostly have problems with making the changes in our lives that we want and creating the results that we want because we don't understand really how it works fully. We kind of get these lessons here and there. All of us have been studying manifestation and all these different teachings or whatever. They are exactly right. For me, it's been okay, why is it that I can do it sometimes but not all the time? What's going on? And then we know that there's like I have limiting beliefs, we hear all these talk about we have limiting beliefs. There's something inside of us that is allowing us to have the experience that we're having, but what really shifts it? What is it about some people that they're able to create whatever they want and it's just so easy and so effortless? It's like they're living the magic some magic, alternate verse that we can see, but we it's like we don't have a part of. Oh, we are master manifestors. Every last one of us. We give thanks for the mess. We give thanks for the blessings, right? So um and I have taught this for years. The number one thing you want to accept is that you are a master manifester. You can create all kinds of Academy Award winning, Oscar winning, or Oscar level realities. They can look horrible, they can look terrible, they can look magical, they can be some of the greatest manifestations you've ever seen. It's all coming from the same place. The problem is the judgment that we put on is this thing is good and this thing is bad, right? But honestly, it's all perfect. And when we begin to accept that, it helps us to realize, okay, well, if I created something that's crappy, I can create something that's like a crowning achievement, right? So, what I am discovering through my studies and my use of hypnosis and NLP is that we need to understand how to use the subconscious mind. When you do that, then you will begin to do things differently. And when you do things differently, you will get different results. So, the thing that I want to most offer to you is this notion of trance. It's something that people don't talk about. I always tell folks Yemoja is one of the most slept on energies or Orisha. You don't hear people just going crazy for Yemoja, right? Because she don't have a whole lot of swag. She's a little soft spoken. She's kind of like, come on, baby, when you crying, I'm gonna nurture you, I'm gonna love on you, all that kind of good stuff, right? So um what I want to offer you is that Yemoja is the part of ourselves, and I learned this from Ra'un Nefer Amen as he teaches about Aset. Isis is another name that Aset goes by. Aset rules the memory. And the way, let's think about Devi's little baby. The way Devi's baby is learning how to, navigate life. There's some things in Devi's baby that are just it's just going to happen. Debbie's baby learned how to walk and Debbie's baby's learning how to talk. He's still pretty young, but he's learning how to talk. Um, Debbie probably would say things like, and we all have this experience. I don't even know how my baby knew how to do fill in the blank. Like maybe he went into the kitchen and opened up the refrigerator and pulled something out one day. It's like, how did he know how to do this? Or he tried to do that. And then she had to come and open the door, but then he knew to go in there and pull out what he wanted. We all have had those moments where it's like, how did my baby know how to do this? I never taught this to him. Well, it's through learning and it's memory. He just memorizes it, right? The baby just memorizes what's going on. This is the faculty of the memory. But how do we actually learn is honestly trance. That's why when a child is learning and they are stressed and they are not happy, if they are raised up in a place where there's not enough food or too much violence, trauma, or something like that, they cannot learn because they're not relaxed, which is another Yema Ja Aset. This is what they're known for. This is their energy. Relaxed. The more relaxed a child is and feeling safe, And just kind of like in the moment, that child can begin to remember how to do whatever the math operation is or how to spell that word. Totally overlooked, not well used in the education system that a lot of us have been raised up in, but this is how learning happens. And so the majority of what we see in our lives is we took something into trance and made it so. We learned coping mechanisms, we brought it into trance, and we, boom, made it a part of ourselves. And now it feels like it's who we are. It's like, oh yeah, I did this. This is just how I am. It's just how I function and operate, right? And so now it's time for us to begin to say, okay, what did I take into trance? What's working for me? What's not working for me? As we've been all been talking about today, what needs to be released? What needs to be liberated? What do we need to let go of, right? So most of the problems that we're experiencing, well, all the problems that we're experiencing in our lives are problems that we took into trance, and the solution will come by taking the solution into trance. And that's why, initially I have been learning about hypnosis and going to trance, and it's what I've been doing. I've been going into a trance to reprogram myself, to take myself in a whole new direction, and it works like a charm, right? But the other day, I was listening to a hypnotherapist talk about women, or just women, or people who want to adjust their weight down in particular. And she was like, most people do not need to be put into trance regarding weight reduction. They need their trance broken. You need, say, for instance, to not even believe you have a weight problem. Don't even say that. Don't even think that, right? It's just, or whatever it is that you took into trance. So for some people it is, put weight on keeps me safe. That trance needs to be broken. You're safe no matter what. Of course, we got to take care to put ourselves in safe places, right? But when we begin to really own, and I'm snapping for a reason because it kind of helps to kind of like break the trance. It's called a pattern interrupt in in NLP. But when we begin to recognize what we brought into trance, you got to break it. You got to say, I'm done with this. This is not working for me. Trance broken. This is not who I am anymore. And it's a lot of what I talk about, shifting your identity. And then you have to decide, what are you going to bring into trance? I'm going to bring into trance, you know, I am great at relationships because I know a lot of people actually struggle with relationships. And you got to stop saying, I'm not good at relationships. Are you kidding me? You are a master at it. You're becoming a master at relationships. You have to just forget about, like, oh, this is so bad. I'm not good at relationships in this way. No, I'm perfect. And you begin to give yourself proof of the relationships that are good. And then you start bringing in, so you break the trance of, I'm bad at this. You bring into, I am great at it. You don't need proof. You just need to, just like you came up with all this negative notions of how you are with whatever it is. And then for some people it might be money. Like for me, I struggle with thinking I'm not good with money, right? Says who? Right? We need to break that. We're great with money. Get rid of what we brought into trance and then bring into yourself what you want to be good at, right? And so things like the tapping and the journaling and um, mindfulness and meditation and rituals and working with the moon, even knowledge of astrology, all of it helps us to be able to either break the trance and keep ourselves moving in a new direction, or helps us to understand when is the best time for me to reprogram myself. So today is a great day for trance breaking because we're in the waning crescent moon. And then tomorrow is a great time for putting into trance what it is that you want. And so that is that's my breakthrough. I want to see what y'all have to say about it. I love that. I'm with you, Keita May. Mm-hmm. Yep. Again, I am a daughter of Yemonja. So I just claim all the mother archetypes, no matter what the tradition is. And so Aset, what I learned through her is one of her significations is devotion. And so, yes, what are you devoted to? My prosperity. Unapologetic about it. I'm not gonna let the negative notion of capitalism make me deny my prosperity. So just because I'm into prosperity doesn't mean I'm a part of like the negative part of capitalism. So I hope that y'all have you are devoted to your own prosperity. And what does that look like for you? Yep, Eileen. Yeah. Simplicity is the best way to approach spirituality, especially. Yeah. I hugged a tree for the first time this week. Now, when I post by this tree. Oh yes, I have to hug it. I love that. Earth and water. I'm with you, Tosh. Earth and water. Mm-hmm. Yep, I get that. We got tree huggers. I love it. Oh, that's what we all say. My kids are for sure smarter than me. As a matter of fact, the older they got, the more I was like, I don't even need to think. That's your job. Ah, yeah. That's beautiful, Debbie. It works. Mhm. Yep. Mhm. So, whatever you take into trance, it will define the kind of relationships that you choose, and I think that the best thing to do in terms of that is you do, and this is why that healing work is so important. It's like, oh, well, maybe I choose these relationships because of my parents. Like, for instance, I have a friend, her parents got divorced before she came to Spelman, and she was the last one to get married of all of us. She was the last one to get married. She did end up getting a divorce. She got remarried again, though. She's a Libra rising, so she was gonna get that relationship. But I know I always thought that was like really weird that she was like a serial monogamous, but she did not get married until much later than the rest of us, and then even ended up in divorce. But this one has been her second marriage has been so much better. um you know if you got imprinted as a child, there's some children who have received some type of abuse, and that dictates the kind of mates that they choose or whatever. Maybe you've been programmed like you want this kind of person to be in relationship with, and you're just like, that's not what I want. That could be something that you have to take out of trance, and then you have to reprogram yourself. And you do have to break the trance. You do have to remove, and most people don't want to take that time, but you do have to remove it, and then you have to install a new belief. And so I think some people struggle with installing that new belief because they're like, but I have so much evidence that I'm like screwed up in this way. But it's like, so what? You have to remember you're a master creatrix. You create whatever you want. The good and the bad is all good. Is because it's all your creation. And we're not going to be victim blaming. I'm not saying you created being anyone created being abused and neglected. We're going to let other folks take responsibility for what they have done towards us. But what we take responsibility for is, how do I transmute the negative and turn it into something that is actually, it becomes a resource. So it's just a whole different way of looking at life. Like, yeah, I grew up in a home where there was alcoholism and abuse. How do I make that into a resource? For the longest time, it plagued me. It was like, this is like the worst thing that could ever happen. And, it's like, my dad did this and I saw this among my parents because I was so traumatized by it. It's such a natural, normal way to be. And one day I went and got a reading. This speaks to the power of spirituality. And the priestess said, the things about you that you think are the worst are actually going to catapult you to your highest heights. And so, being someone who comes from trauma, a traumatic childhood, um, it has put me on this path of like, I got to get healed up. And then as I get healed up, I'm like, oh, I'm going to share what I know with the world. And in my story, sometimes people say, oh, that story you shared with me, I thought I was the only one, or it really inspired me. It helped me to see myself. And so, these are now resources that I have from my childhood. Um, and it helps me to accept my world has been shaped by this, but it's respectable, right? So, yeah. Mm, yes, how much we've all learned at this point. Exactly. Hmm. Yep. And the whole time it is unwavering. Like, nope. And this is why spiritual studies is so important because it's like, no, I know the truth. Because the details of life, especially with things that Devi and Bliss have been experiencing here in the last few couple of months, it is easy to get lost in these details. It's very easy. What happened to me in the last month with my sibling, easy to get lost in the details. But the more we study, there's going to be something that comes up like, the truth. And I need you to go on ahead and lean into the truth instead of leaning into the trauma. I'm gonna need you to lean in a way that's gonna empower you, not disempower you, right? So I love this. Just do it. Since 2020, I've been going to the beach for New Year's Day. I love that. My life has changed ever since. Yay my ja. Little did I know that Yay my ya, which is another way that we say her name, was already letting me know she's with me. And the confirmation came during our reading. Really? Mm, okay. I don't remember everything because, I'm just like in this moment right now, but I'm happy to hear that. Paulette, yes. Hmm. Yeah. Shifting my identity was so hard for me to get at first. I had no idea who I wanted to be or how I wanted to see myself. I just knew I wanted to heal myself. Once I got that vision, I haven't stopped. I love that. I'm healed. And that's something I can say I witnessed in Eileen as we have worked it together and continue to work together. Yeah, and you cannot BS yourself. So I ease on in. I'm beginning to master money. I'm moving toward optimal health. Baby steps. I love baby steps. Isn't there that movie, Baby Steps? What's the name of that movie? Yes, that's one of my most popular videos, Jasmine. And I can tell y'all devotion is something that will take you very, very far. It's a key to self mastery, devotion. Because what you devoted to, that thing is going to happen. I love the story in the Bible of the old man who was waiting by the fountain, or maybe it wasn't a fountain because that was a long time ago, but it was somewhere. He was like, I know Jesus. I don't even know if he knew the name was Jesus, but the Messiah was going to show up here one day. He was old when the Messiah showed up, and he was like, I knew it. I knew I was going to see the Messiah, right? And that's how we have to be. We have to have that level of devotion for our money, our relationships, our career, just ourselves. Uh, uh, Larissa brought up radical self care. We have to have that level of devotion when it comes to self care, and it will pay off. It will pay off. And I just want to offer to everybody who wants their own business, you better invoke devotion, baby, because it's the only way to make it. Mm, beautiful. Okay. So I'm gonna just pause it right here. Uh, mm, yeah, I'm gonna pause it right there, and because I want to go through the astrology. This is our last little bit. We have next week. But wow, I always kind of like take deep breaths. I've been doing this since 2019. JJ Walker on the live stream. Yeah, she kicked it off with me along with a few other ladies. Trying to think. Some of y'all been with me since 2021. No, 2020, I should say. Some of y'all been with me since 2020. And I always am just in awe when I get to the end of this calendar. I think I've been using Lotta's calendars. This is from Astrolotta. Since 2019, I think is when she put out her first calendar like this. So, okay, let's just look at the rest of this week, and then next week we'll talk about Mercury retrograde. But today the sun is going to go into Capricorn. Jupiter is in Aries. So it is going to create immediately a square between the sun and Jupiter. But essentially, it's kind of like a swift kick in the butt to get us moving in the direction that we need to go in, making some changes that we need to make. Um, and, you know, Jupiter is in Aries, and Aries is like a new beginning for real because it's the first sign in the astro wheel. For those who are Aries, you may be very happy with Jupiter in Aries, but Cancerians, Libras, and Capricorns may feel challenged by Jupiter being there. Just kind of depends on where your planets are in your chart when you kind of feel this irritation and agitation, but it's more of like an activation where you might have felt stuck, but you won't feel stuck. With Jupiter being in Aries, it's going to make you get going. It's going to make all of us get going. But I also kind of feel like, Jupiter being a part of this new moon is going to give us all a swift kick in the butt because that's just what Aries is. Aries is like, get going. Come on. Why y'all, what y'all doing? Let's go. Come on, y'all. Go, 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 go. It's like that coach. Y'all, look, we ain't messing around. We're gonna forge ahead. No stopping. We're all in, right? So, but it's kind of like you feel this level of inspiration where you're just like, all right, I don't really feel like this is easy, but I see the vision. I'm just going to get going, or something just really inspires you. And you're like, I am moving. I am there. I am all in. I'm going to get going. And I think that it is largely about something initially that we need to finish because this is Capricorn. Capricorn is like, what do you need to finish up? Capricorn is a great sign for the calendar year to begin in because it is about like this focus on I need to complete something. And what do I want to be successful at? What do I want to focus on? Let me come up with a plan. These are all things that are signified by Capricorn. And this notion of completion is good because we really don't have to have a new year, especially of us in the northern hemisphere, until until the spring equinox. So I do, but honestly, this is a time where we are being asked to wrap some stuff up because Mars is retrograde and Mars is what is called exalted in Capricorn. And so we can look at Mars and it kind of tells us like, what does Capricorn want us to start? Well, Capricorn wants us to start finishing some stuff. What do you need to finish? Drop it in the chat. It'll take me a while to get there, but I want y'all to go on ahead and put that in the chat. What do you need to complete? Right. Then we're going to have Mercury go retrograde. We already in the shadow period of the retrograde. So you might actually be kind of feeling like, okay, I know I need to finish this. I need to finish that. Like I have this video I wanted to create for my son's graduation. And I haven't completed it yet, but I came up with a plan to get this thing done. And so it could be something simple, it could be something big. I'm still working to finish my mindfulness certification. What is it that you need to complete? And it probably is a part of a plan because it's Capricorn. You had a plan, go revisit your plan. All right. Let's see here. So I do think that this will feel like an activation, but we'll feel inspired and motivated. And it'll be kind of like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do. Gonna do it, because the sun is a leader, or it could be some brilliance that, like, some brilliant idea that's coming through, and you're just like, all right, I'm going for it. This is exactly what I need to do, right? Um, so yeah, sun in Capricorn, the sun is definitely like intelligence. And so we're going to get some intelligence for the next, 30 days or so with the sun in Capricorn, and it's Capricorn intelligence. So what is Capricorn? It's about success, it's about a plan, it's about karma, it's about cycles. And so we will get some intelligence, some downloads regarding that. We have Venus trine Jupiter. So I always have to kind of bring up what's going on here. So not Jupiter, Uranus, Venus trine Uranus. I love that so much because Uranus is like the up level, and it's been asking us to up level for a while in all things Taurus. Taurus has to do with like money, self-care, um, your resources, your stuff, your material, goods, the earth, food. What has needed to have an upgrade? I'm a Taurus moon, and I'm telling you, this thing is so on point when I really think about it. My relationship with food is completely different this year, especially with the nodes of the moon being there. Um, but and Venus rules Taurus. Uh, yeah. Okay. So let's just really go to what people typically, the first thing people think about with Taurus: money, money. Okay. Resources. And Venus, you tell me, is in Capricorn and it's trining Uranus. This could be some breakthrough in finances for some of us. It could be a breakthrough in resources. It could be a breakthrough in success in some kind of way. Now, also, it's the body. So it could be some breakthrough that we're having regarding something that we've wanted for our bodies. Okay. It could be a breakthrough in self worth and self value. Like, maybe you haven't felt worthy. And then all of a sudden you're like, no, I deserve this. I value myself so much. This is something I actually have been feeling here lately. It's like I'm like good with myself. I'm real good with myself. Like when I walk in the room, if people think I'm great, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I am great. If I walk in the room and nobody thinks twice about me, I'm like, I feel amazing. Like I'm good. I love myself so much. I can just be my own entertainment. I can be my own company. I don't need nobody up in here. Right. So it could be some type of breakthrough. And when you have this kind of breakthrough, you will be ready to show up for the success that you know you deserve. I don't think my car's in front of my husband, but yeah. Where's my phone? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Oh, here it is. I just have to make sure he didn't used to be here, but his dad passed. It's one of the lows of my 2020 is my father-in-law. He was ready to make his transition. It's okay. But it still sucks. And then, I have to, it sucks for my husband and his siblings. I feel bad about that. But he didn't used to be here on Wednesday morning. So sometimes I get a little bit thrown off when he's here. And I just need to make sure I'm not parked in front of him. I'm not. Okay. All righty. So let me see here. Thank y'all for that little moment. Okay, new moon in Capricorn. So this new moon is again. Now, I think I did a great job on talking about this new moon. Okay, if you're a part of my membership, I uploaded the video last night. I hope and pray y'all can see it. If you don't see it, let me know. If you're part of the retreat, you got the video as a part of the retreat where I go into what does this moon specifically mean. It takes a while to kind of talk about some of these moons. So that's why I don't just go into it forever and ever on my, here on these live streams. But if you want the details, it's in my membership. But suffice it to say, this moon is so Capricorn. So, like, if you're not good with planning, this is a good moon for you to come up with a plan on how to move forward. If you're not good with sticking and staying and having patience and endurance, this is a good moon for you to like embody the energy of Capricorn. It's interesting. There's this lady's emails I love to read. She talks about slimming your body down, and she uses a lot of law of attraction and affirmations, different things like that to help people to slim their bodies down. And she's turning 65 on January the 1st. And she was talking about how she recognizes that if you really want something in life, you are going to have to be patient and you're going to have that stick to itness to get there. Because that's one thing I say about Capricorn. A lot of people want success, but they don't do what Capricorn does to get the success. Because we live in a society that is just like, give it to me fast, microwave. I'm just so used to getting what I want. Just, you order something today and you can get it tomorrow. That did not used to be common, right? We don't need to believe that it has to be hard in order to get what we want, because manifestation can make it come poof all of a sudden. But to think everything you wish and desire in your life is just going to show up automatically, um, not everything, a lot. We don't want to be thinking, because I have this negative something I brought into, a trance that's not benefiting me is you have to work hard for money, right? I love working hard. I have a tendency to overwork. It's just how I'm programmed, and I have to be very cautious with it. But I don't have to believe that in order to get what I want, I have to work hard for it. As a matter of fact, I typically get what I want when I just release and let things go. But make no mistake about it, having I just cannot stand these ads. Having wanting to have a spiritual business, Capricorn baby. All right. Some of the entrepreneurs that I'm starting to listen to or that I've been listening to for a while, they're like, okay, boo, let me tell you. And they're talking to all of us, not just me. Let me explain something to you. It may take a little bit of time. And a lot of times it might take a little bit of time because folks ain't ready, right? But Capricorn is about taking a tried and true way. It is taking step by step by step. It's no shortcuts. No shortcuts with Capricorn. People who are Capricorns, they don't like to just be given stuff. They're like, no, I want to earn it. It's just how it is. It's just a part of life. It's Capricorn. It's on the wheel. So in my mind, if it's here on this wheel, I need to accept this is something that's a part of the human experience. And so some of us need to get ourselves imbued with the energy of Capricorn, understanding I need to be a little bit patient, have a little bit of endurance about myself. Understanding that a plan is good and we allow for magic and spontaneity. So it's a lot that you can get accomplished with this new moon. I encourage you. Let's look at, we have the new moon for the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th. So if your birthday is the 22nd, the 23rd, or the 24th, welcome. Looks like you're going to have a whole new year unfolding for you. That's really exciting. But those are the days where the moon is, new. We can plant some seeds there. And I say write it down, dream big. Capricorn is very much about being practical. Um, so you can write down the practical things, the things that you feel like, well, I want to accomplish this. I feel pretty certain I can do it. And you want to write down the things that maybe you came up with at the Sag new moon, which is a little bit more aspirational, a little bit more of like, wow, that's like a really big goal I want to manifest. And I've never done it before, but I'm just gonna go big or go home with these. We need all of those in this one, okay? Um, in these moons, I haven't looked at the new moon yet in Aquarius, but it's just interesting how these last couple of moons, for sure. No, even Scorpio, the Sag, and now the I even think Libra, Scorpio, Sag, and now the Capricorn new moons. They all happen at the very beginning of the sign, which makes them that the pure energy. Like you can truly create something with this moon. And each one is giving us its most pure energy that we can infuse into our intentions. And it is the very nature of that sign that is going to help us to manifest whatever that is that we want in our lives. Mercury sextile Neptune is pretty magical. Mercury sextile. Yeah, it's kind of like you'll get some divine inspiration on how to be successful, or just a miracle will show up and you manifest something, because you got to remember it's Capricorn, it's earth. Earth is about bringing something from the invisible into the visible. So yes, I love that. And a sextile is like support. So maybe somebody's going to do something, like it'll be somebody will show up and help support you. It may be something related to a friend, a sibling, a coworker that helps you to manifest something. Let me just double check, because sometimes my family sends me messages that they needed me to know something. I try not to be, okay, I got nothing. The center of the world now that my kids are grown, but some kind of way I always kind of end up being the center of something. Okay, let's see here. Let's just go on ahead and look at Christmas Day. Mercury is invisible. So yeah, Mercury has been visible. And so the Virgos may have felt pretty good. The Geminis may have felt pretty good because your planet was visible. Those of us who do mercurial work, who needed some ideas. Jasmine mentioned communication. Maybe there were some discussions that we needed to have. Mercury in Gemini, social media. Maybe you've kind of would like, oh, I feel inspired about like what to put on my social media, or how to market myself, because Gemini can be related to marketing. Or the Virgos may have kind of felt like, or the Virgo energy. If you're working with Virgo, don't have to be a Virgo, but could have been like, okay, problem solving, because Virgo is like dealing with problem solving. It can see the problems, it can see the solution to the problems. It's also about health and wellness. So maybe some of us got more clarity or felt more inspired in our health and wellness. Yeah, so that's just like lightly touching what could have been like easier to manifest with Mercury being visible, because it goes invisible on the 25th because the Sun and Mercury are getting closer to each other. Okay, so I'm going to stop with that and get back to reading some of the comments. Let's take a sip. I'm going to turn on just a little bit of music. I turn on my little speaker. I uploaded some music recently. I love this one right here. Let's see what this one sounds like. Mm. Okay. Sometimes we just need a little bit of break from my talking. I thought this would be a good one to focus on. Yeah, Bliss, this is the thing. It is facts versus truth. Okay? Cuz yeah, it is true that you all moved and things panned out the way that they have, which have not felt good. Um and the way your son feels is, this is what it's bringing up. It's the best way that he can express um what's going on for him, and to get it out, and it's good that he's saying it to a certain degree, um because it'll help him to get it out instead of keeping it internalized. That's one thing I do love about the masculine energy, because it will externalize things at times. um and there is also included in those facts of your experience with y'all now being homeless, there's still the truth. There's still opportunity for you to create a new reality. You had the reality that you had there, and where you previously lived, um, you know, and now you have the reality that you have there. These are called, and I do need to get back. It just makes me like, okay, I got to go back to a happy pocket full of money, because with a happy pocket full of money, it talks about we have conditions that we're in. Conditions can change. You have a condition of homelessness is not the ultimate reality. Okay. It is your present condition, and it will change. There's no question it is going to change, because you are not okay with that. You're like, this is where I am right now, but it's not where we're going to stay. Iyanla wrote a book years ago called In the Meantime. And I often say that to myself. This is just in the meantime. Okay. I'm on my way. I'm just traveling to where I want to go. You expressed this multiple times. You did not want to stay up there anymore. You wanted a new experience. And this has been your way of creating that new experience. And it's hard. No one's gonna deny it, right? Um, and the thing about manifestation and tapping into the higher wisdom of the universe is there comes a level where it's just kind of like, I just have to trust it's going to work in my favor. I don't have to know how it's going to work. I just need to know that it will work. And I am willing, I don't know all the details. It's just what I see here in the live stream. Each week you come back, and at one point you were like, I'm trying to get things lined up with the job. It's taking longer for the transfer to happen. And then we hear you have a job. In right now it's sucky, and it's very, very hard. But I see each week you are making progress. There are things that are starting to turn around. Your condition isn't the same week after week after week, right? And at some point, and it's easy for me to say that because I'm not in your position, but yeah, I'm basing this on my experience, the shitty experiences that I've had in my life. When I'm in the midst of them, it's like, this is the worst. I don't like it. It feels hard. And then at some point, especially the further I get away from it, there will be some level of blessing. There will be some level of blessing. But it is difficult to see that when you're in the midst of it. But I just want to offer to you that, you have done a lot of spiritual work. And if you choose, it's a hard pill to swallow, because you're like, you know what? I see exactly what my son is talking about. It's a hard pill to swallow. And you can decide, okay, I swallowed the pill and I'm getting ready to swallow this pill of we're gonna move in a new direction. And you keep, we think about our ancestors in the North Star. You keep your eye on the North Star. We have a place to stay, we got food to eat, we got a car, we got jobs, we got security. Keep your eye on the North Star. And the way the universal laws state is it has to happen is when we take our eye off the North Star, that the universe is like, okay, we thought she wanted A, but she's looking in this direction. So we're going to come here. And it truly will feel like a ping pong game. But you have to tell yourself, I know it's hard for my kid and he's going to be feeling the way that he's feeling. And you're going to have to take every piece of whatever he throws in your direction, as long as, of course, he's being respectful. And then as soon as he's done, swipe your head 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reset your energy. Put your eye on the North Star and demand and command that the universe show up for you. That's what I want to offer to you. And we here, your sisters, are holding space for you, touching and agreeing that y'all got a place to stay. A nice place. I'm not going to even just think like a little humble place, even though I'm sure you'd be happy for a nice little humble place. You got a nice place. You're safe. It's the only thing. You did not want to be there anymore where you were. You wanted something new and different. And you have done the best you could, Bliss. You, with the resources that you had, you thought about it, you moved some of your stuff down. Like, you didn't just one day pick up and leave. This was a plan. Things just kind of unfolded a little bit differently than you thought. But this is in alignment with you moving yourself and your son in a new direction and giving y'all a fresh new start. Is hard as hell, but that's just how I see it. Tell me what you think about that. I'm with you, Tosh. I'm a landlocked mermaid. Love that. Love that. Yes, I can understand that. And it'll just be this ping pong, like I mentioned. You're just going to have to keep bouncing back and forth. You're going to have to tell yourself, like, in this moment, I feel weak. And then you're going to tell yourself, okay, in this moment, I'm just going to give myself an opportunity and turn on, you know, whatever you have. I know you downloaded my toolkit. There's a one for the mind, because I've been creating hypnosis tracks based on astrology. The one for the mind is in that one. Turn on meditation, mindfulness, whatever. Get the help you need through the internet to hear the things, get that support that you need to get your mind where you can focus on, this is where we're going to go. I know you had the best intention. So you can think, okay, he's upset. I understand it. My heart, like, yeah, I get it. And swallow the hard pill and then get back to, I ain't gonna never get us out of this if I stay over here wallowing with in realizing that my son is very, upset. This is very difficult for him. You have created this, but you're not going to create a new reality staying there. You can go there with him. You're going to feel bad about it because you see the reality, and then you just get back to, guess what? We ain't staying here. And then go in the direction of the North Star. We got a place to stay. We got food. We got clothing. We got shelter. We are good. Lock it in, right? Oh. What are some ways we can change our value system to break the trance? I love that. I'm looking for some suggestions, struggling with falling back to old patterns. To a certain degree, I think that it's good for you to find like a values, like write down what do you value and be honest with yourself. And of course, one of the things that we do is we look at how we spending our money. Um, who are we spending time with? Or who are the people we spend our time with? And what are the things that we spend our time doing? Um, okay, another way to do this is you think about what is it that you want to do. So I just kind of like stick with stuff that people can relate to. Um, so a lot of us know that in order to take our health and well-being in a particular direction, you have to have the value system that goes with that. So when you think about what you want in your life, so for instance, if somebody wants more health and well-being in their body, I might would go and study people who are really good at working out and cooking healthy meals and um you know getting good sleep and whatever it is that goes into like why is this person healthy. So sometimes I study my husband because he's so good and he values getting up early, even if it means that he has to get up ultra early to work out. He values it. He's going to get up every day. He values that workout. It makes him feel good and it is non-negotiable. um he values um keeping his body slim, and so he'll skip a meal. Like when we went to my sister-in-law's for Thanksgiving, he skipped breakfast so that he could eat whatever he wanted that day. It's like you have to kind of study the people who are doing what you want to do. What do they value? Figure that out, and then you have to that's what you bring into trance. You bring into trance these new values. Now you got to be kicking out the old ones, but you break the trance of the old ones and then you reinsert or install the new values. So those are two different ways I would say you could look at that. Yeah. Yay! May 2021. Wow. Asheo. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I love this because when we have women speaking into another woman's life like this, it is gonna trust and believe. I want you to feel yourself helpless. I want you to, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Part of the reason I am working hard as hell to have a good business is, watching what Bliss is going through. I'm like, if I had a lot of money, I could just be like, okay, what do we need to do to get you stable? This is not gonna happen for me again. Next year, this time, if somebody's in this position, I'm gonna be able to help the sister out, right? But anywho, the power of our words is probably greater than my checkbook ever will be. So allow yourself to be held and do not let this trance state of I made a bad decision. Look at, my son is suffering and struggling. You cannot let that be the primary thing that you allowing to sit inside of you. So let some of what we're speaking to you um hold you. Mm, I love that, Jamila. I love that. Okay. Completing your ordination process. Other things would be taking up my time in January. Very good. Hey, Ashley, how are you? So good to see you again. I'm bringing and believing in myself in 2023. Woohoo! Ah, yes, that's right. Okay, so birthday eclipses. Um, if you have a birthday eclipse, oh, that's right, and it's gonna be a new moon, eclipse, Ashley. Your life for sure is going in a whole new direction, okay? And so I know Ashley and Felicia, is there another one on here with the 420 birthday? Yeah, y'all gonna have your life go in a whole new direction in April. So my son had a birthday eclipse last year, June 10th. And man, this kid is chill, like always been sort of chill and kind of like, he's the younger of the two children. And he's kind of like, I don't have to really know anything. Y'all will let me know what's going on. Like smart. I always say the ones that are kind of like younger and letting everybody take charge and take care of them or whatever, smart. um, but that eclipse, and I remember I had mentioned on a live stream with Lotta, I can't remember what Lotta was talking about. I was like, I am like totally paranoid about Uranus and Taurus because he's a Taurus rising and just all these changes that I could see coming in his chart. She was like, it might make him a little bit more independent. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Woo! He has become so much more independent and he's been looking for his style and he goes to college away, taking really good care of him, like his day-to-day operations and he got clear right around that time. No, 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 not right around that time. It's been this year that he's gotten more clarity on like, hold up. This was June of 2021, right? And then we're dealing with the eclipses and Uranus and different things like that. Anywho, I know it's somewhat related to this eclipse on his sun because the sun is always career, okay? And it's also like your natural intelligence, your gifts, your talents. So that could be something that's unlocked with an eclipse birthday, especially with a new moon eclipse. That's what y'all having. The full moon eclipse is a whole different kind of eclipse, right? But the full moon eclipses I find just really help take people a full moon a new moon birthday in general. So for those who are gonna have 22nd, 23rd, 24th birthday of December, it's similar. It's very similar. I've seen it take people's lives radically in a new direction when you have a new moon birthday. But like he got clear that I am an artist. And so this is what I'm going to major in. And of course, we always knew he was very artsy. And so this is what we told him. He started changing his appearance. Like he cares about what clothes. He's always just kind of been like real, like, whatever I wear, like not a big deal. But here lately, he cares about what he wears because it will make you kind of focus on just your life overall, your life in general. Uh, Taurus. Seems like yours is in the 5th house, Ashley. So maybe you'll start that business, the clothing business or something. It'll really just take off. You won't be able to stop it, right? Um, Honestly, you may get pregnant. You may find if you don't get pregnant, maybe you're just like, I'm gonna go to adopt some children. You just want to be a mom. You want children in your life, something with children. It'll take you in a whole new direction with that, but it could be a business. But anywho, um, it I saw another lady who had she didn't it was an eclipse, but it was a new moon birthday, and she started doing all this foreign travel and becoming more of a spiritual teacher and guide. So it's a beautiful thing. I think a new moon birthday at an eclipse is nice. As long as you got the enough note at your birthday, and y'all do. But I do think it's important for y'all to be ready. I'm finished with thinking I'm not good enough and going to finish 2 articles I started last year. Yes. That's going to take you in a whole new direction. I'm telling you, Larissa. We are ending a 12-year Jupiter cycle. Let that ish go, finish it up, and start anew. And so that is such a good point, Priestess, because and I'm gonna have to get off of here. Oh my gosh, we've been on here almost 2 hours. Um, whenever we have a new cycle start in Aries, it really is like it's speaking to like this whole new direction. I keep saying we're pioneers. We are at the forefront of something new. They're gonna read about us in history and be like, wow, that was a time of a major shift. Just like when we moved from people being more agricultural to being more industrial. I'm telling y'all right now, we're making history. Even with the node of the moon being in Taurus, Taurus is a sign that has to do with history. And I say we are coming more into the age of Aquarius. Well, the nodes move into the North Node will be in Aries. If that ain't another new beginning, we need to really and truly kind of be ready to just say, sky's the limit. We've been talking like this since 2020. Sky's the limit. I may as well just go in a whole new direction. Why not? It's just what's going on in the world. Trying to hold on to the old, forget about it. It's not going to happen. Oh, thank you. Did y'all see I got my hair cut even shorter? I just couldn't take it. Couldn't take it. Thank you for saying that. The retreat was amazing. Thank you so much for your spiritual downloads and knowledge. It was a life breakthrough for me. I love seeing Ashley get that breakthrough. She looked exactly like I looked on Sunday when I was like, I finally get it. I just need to break the negative trances. I need to break trances. She broke through a trance while we were in the retreat. So yes. Yes, the replay is available now, Eileen. It's not the same as the interaction, but the replay is good. Watch it and let me know what you think. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, cutting a corner Saturn side eyes you. I love that. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. I love it. Good. Yeah. And the reason that that retreat is something I would love to turn into a process that I can just put into a recording and someone can go through it, because that was one of my best retreats. And I think I say that every time now because I'm still continuing to, develop myself as a circle facilitator. But mm. Ah. Mhm. Touching and believing. Jamila is a powerhouse. So thank you for speaking in, or you just everyone is a powerhouse. But I'm just really happy that Jamila has spoke up for Bliss. Ah, okay, good. Everybody's speaking up. Okay, good, good, good. Mhm. Oh, okay. So there were two ladies who I know have contacts, not where you are, but about 45 minutes away. I think you're close to, I can't remember the name of the major city you're close to, but there may be some connections that I can put you in, connect you to there. Um, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, I just am getting the finishing touches for this upcoming one. It's gonna be amazing. Mhm. Hello, how are you? Good. Yes. Oh my gosh. Hey, Cindy. I guess staying on for 2 hours, I'm gonna eventually catch somebody. Who's the other 420? I knew it was somebody else. 3 420s. Who's the other 420? My niece is a 420. If you have DV or DA matters, call the 211 in your area. Thank you for that. Sage Cindy. Exactly. Okay, we're gonna stitch out. I definitely need to run. I've been sitting too long too. I'm not standing up right now, and it does start kind of messing with me. Thank you. Yes, let's stitch out, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Felicia. Yes. So maybe what we can do, if anybody wants to give some money, I think what I could do is start like a what are those pages called? Where we can make some donations. I'm gonna create what is that called, y'all? Tell me. And we're gonna create one for Bliss. It hurts me to know that, it's one thing when it's a grown person, but it's a different story when you have a child. Um, what's the name of it, y'all? GoFundMe. There we go. Thank you, Ashley. See, Ashley be filling in my sentences for me. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe page, and if you want to help support Bliss financially until they can find another place, maybe some temporary place to go or whatever. Definitely, we're touching and agreeing that y'all find another temporary place to go. Um, but I'm gonna get that going. Just give me a couple of hours, and then I'll put it up on my what do you call it? You'll see it on the community tab here on YouTube, and yeah, I'll talk to Bliss. I know how to get the money to Bliss, so I'll get that money. Oh, really? GoFundMe takes a percentage, and if you don't meet your goal, you don't get the money. Really? Okay. I'll come up with a different way. Thank you for saying that because I did not know that. I have a friend that used GoFundMe for something. I can't remember what it was for. And it seemed like she was just able to get the money. But I'm glad to know that. Anywho, I'll figure something out and I'll call it I'll put the word Virgo Bliss. I'll put the word Virgo Bliss in there. That way we'll know. Um, oh, yeah. Honestly, what I might do is just give y'all my Cash App because I have Bliss's Cash App, and then it'll just be easier for me to send the money to her because she's already a part of my Cash App. So, Cash App for Bliss. Let's see here. I don't know my Cash App name, so I'll just drop it here into. I gotta look it up. Me and Cash App. I sometimes still feel a bit paranoid with this Cash App stuff, but anywho, I know that it works. It's my first name and my last name. And then you can just okay, yes. Okay. There's PayPal, Cash App. Okay. PayPal takes okay, so everybody kind of seems like Cash App is the way to go. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on. I got Bliss's. Bliss, can I put your Cash App in here? I actually know her Cash App. Y'all could send it actually directly to Bliss, but I know sometimes it's good to people want to hear from the person that they know the best. Oh, here we go. Let me wait and see what she says. But if you send it to me, then I will send it to her. Okay. Until I can hear from her. But okay, so if you have PayPal, then send it to I'm gonna do my personal PayPal. Okay. So if you want to send me a PayPal and I'll get the money to Bliss, that's my email that you can use for PayPal. That's my personal PayPal. If you have Cash App and you want to send Bliss a Cash App, hopefully maybe we can get y'all a hotel room, or maybe you can find a hotel for the week or something. I actually have a family member that's living in a hotel right now. So that's her Cash App. Um, did I spell it right? Yeah. No pressure, no pressure, but some of us have extra resources to help our sisters, and I just gotta put it out there. So yeah, thank y'all so much for um for your support of our sister, and next year I will just be able to put folks up. That's what I'm saying. I'm the type of person who now in a relationship with money where it's just like I make money. I want nice things. I ain't gonna lie. I want money because I want to just be able to do whatever I want to do in my life. If I want to buy something, I want to buy it. But I also love making money so that I can give it away. I gave away easily $7,500 yesterday. Just somebody on Instagram was saying her water got turned off. She needed 8 friends to give her $10 or 20 friends to give her $5, something like that. I can't remember what it was. But I was just like, I got 25 on it. We heard a priest is suffering or is struggling, lots of stuff going on with a child who's been ill. I was like, man, my funds getting low. I'm giving away all my money. It's just how I feel. I don't care. So I'm going to set that as one of my intentions next year. This time I have the money if a sister isn't struggling, and I don't even care if people pay me back. I don't give money for people to pay me back. I just give it away. So I just want to be able to be more empowered next year because this doesn't feel good to me. And so, yeah, I'm just going to let it be a motivation that I next year will be in a very nice position. Yeah. Okay. Check the spelling. Did I mess up? Run out of money. Tell me what I think. Hold on one second. Yeah, Bliss, tell us what that looks like. This is what I have. Yes. I will reseed that at the spring equinox. Oh, okay. It's my 50 plus eyes, and I don't have on. I just have on distance glasses. So thank you, thank y'all. Yes. Oh man. Thank y'all. Oh my gosh. Mm. Thank y'all. Okay. Whew. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, I really appreciate y'all. I really do. And this is just the beginning of so many blessings coming into this community for everybody. Okay, that's it. Okay. Thank you, Eileen. I kept looking like something doesn't look right with that one. Okay. Yeah, Bliss has been around for a number of years. Like, I don't even know how many years Bliss has been coming on to my live stream. So she's a long-term community member. So I shall give you thanks, ancestors. Thank you to the sisters for your well wishes, your speaking into her life, for, her supporting her, and for those who are able to share or, feel willing to share. Ashe. Okay, so for real, we're gonna stitch out. Oh, again, my little thing went off. Woo! I am Tyra, and I am taking gratitude. What are you taking from our circle today, sister? I need to stand up. Yes. Asheo. Yes. Beautiful. Mwah. We love you, Bliss. We love you. Nice. Yay. Beautiful. I'm so glad you were here. I'm like, wow, she's still here because she's a busy lady. Wow. Appreciation. Beautiful. Yeah. I just love this one. All right, y'all. We're going to take it out on this one. Y'all are amazing. Thank you all for a most wonderful, powerful, transformative, inspired Goddess Morning Circle with the G Hive in effect. Love y'all so much.